Hey YouTube family, this is Akaya coming at you. My video today is going to be about how to make stuffed peppers. I'm going to be stuffing the peppers with rice, ground beef, spaghetti sauce. You'll also need some onions. You will also be needing some green peppers. I'm going to be using 3 different type of green peppers. I'm going to use the green, the yellow, and the red, but you can use green if you want to. I actually already put the actual meat on the stove. You can use ground beef, turkey, whatever works for you. And I also have the rice on too. I have a great video to show you how to be able to cook the rice. I will attach it to this video. So it won't be super long, but again, go ahead and get your veggies together. What I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm cooking the ground beef like I said right now. Go ahead and cook that till it's brown, and I am going to go ahead and get the vegetables cleaned up. I'm going to put the onion in the freezer because I'm going to cut that up and chop it. And a good tip when you're doing that to make your eyes not burn, put it in the freezer for about a good 5 minutes, and that should stop at least a little bit of the burning. Okay, so let me go ahead and take care of all that, and I'll be right back at you. Oh yeah, and don't forget your cheddar cheese. You'll be needing some cheddar cheese or just whatever type of cheese you like. Okay, you guys, the ground beef actually is done. I just took it off the eye. Here's the ground beef. It looks so freaking good. There's the ground beef. I am going to, again, like I said, I'm cooking everything separate. If you want, there's probably several different ways you can cook it, but I always like to cook everything separate because I find that it is cooked better when you cook it separate versus trying to cook everything together. Now what I went ahead and did was I actually rinsed off the green peppers. Go ahead and rinse them off. And what I'll be cutting with the green peppers, I'm going to be just cutting the top. Just do it gentle and be careful because it's easy to cut yourself, so just go slow just to get the top out. Just cut the top out and kind of like a little hole, like a little circle, go like around in a little circle. Okay. And just kind of pull it out. Make sure you get all the seeds and stuff too. Get that out of there also. Don't leave no seeds in there. And then what you can do, go ahead and add just a little bit of salt to the inside. You don't have to, this is optional, but just add a little bit of salt to the inside. And what you will be doing after you get all these cut open like this, and again, go in a circle, go slow. Once you get all this cut open, you're going to be actually boiling these. So make sure that you have you a nice sides quart boiling quart to be able to put it in. So again, I'm going to just go ahead and get all these seeds and everything out. Don't leave any seeds at all. And just put just a little bit of, and just put your finger in there just to make sure everything laying flat. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get finished with all these. And once I do that, I'm going to fill this pot all the way up to, not the top, but almost the top. And I'm going to just go ahead and set these green peppers in the actual pot. I'm going to put it on the eye, and I'm going to let it cook for probably like about a good 6 minutes because I want these green peppers to be tender before I add everything together. And that's why I told you guys I'm cooking everything separate. Okay, so once I come back to show you how I put the actual green peppers and the actual bowl to boil. Okay, you guys, as you see, I have my green peppers on the stove. They are in hot water. Once they come to a boil, again, I'm going to let them cook for about a good 6 minutes. My ground beef is already done, and soon I'll be taking my rice out. Once those get completed, I'll come back at you and show you how to make the rest of the stuffed tomatoes. Make sure you go ahead and get you a you always want to make sure that you have a baking sheet, and what I did was I just lined it in aluminum foil because what I'm going to do is once the actual green peppers is cooked, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the baking sheet, mix everything together, and put the spaghetti sauce, mix everything, spaghetti sauce and all that good stuff, and then I'm going to put the actual stuffing inside of the green pepper, so stay tuned. Okay, you guys, just wanted to give you an update. I'm actually cooking some onions on the stove, grilling them. My green peppers is about to come to a boil. Since it's coming to a boil, I'm going to check it to make sure it's tender. Always check it to make sure it's tender. And then after that, I have already put my ground beef and my hamburger meat in a bowl. And then I'm going to add some of the ragu mix, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that, okay? I don't know if I said it. I want to make sure you guys know. Make sure that you put the green peppers the way that in the actual water, the way that it would be laying if you had it on a baking sheet. And don't put it on too high. I like to put it on like about no more than 7 or 6, the number, because you don't want the bottom of it to like get to boil too much. You're just trying to get it soft. Okay. Okay, so now what I have done is I already put the rice and I put the hamburger meat inside of this bowl, and I also put the onions in there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually add some diced tomatoes. I forgot to tell you about the diced tomatoes. I just wanted to add just a little extra. Make sure you take some of the juice out because you don't want it to be too juicy. And this was just an extra can of diced tomatoes that I had. So you don't have to buy this if you don't have it. But I just wanted to kind of just add it to the mix. And what I'm going to do, now I'm just going to go ahead and just stir everything up. And you don't have to use the whole thing of that tomato. I just wanted to just add a little bit of color. And now what I'm going to do is put just a little bit of tomato sauce in. And don't put the whole thing of tomato sauce in it yet, because you want to leave you some to be able to put over the green peppers once you get it all in the green peppers. Just kind of like a little topping. I'm going to put that as well as a little bit of shredded cheese on the top. And what I'm about to do now, and I actually forgot to get my shredded cheese. See, I'm just stirring this all together. And this takes a lot of green peppers. So I know I'm going to have some extra left. If you have some extra rice left, you actually can just cook it and then maybe tomorrow make you a Mexican meal. You don't have to specifically throw out the actual rice. So now what I'm going to do, I had to get the cheese. I'm going to go ahead and add the cheese. And then when I put the green pepper, the actual stuffed green peppers, I'm going to put the cheese on top. Also, just sprinkle it on top, and that's enough. So there we go. We got that. I'm going to go ahead and mix that all together. And again, like I said, I'm waiting on the green peppers to come to a boil. Once they come to a boil, I'm going to take it out, and then I'll show you guys how to stuff it. But here we go. So far, it's looking really good. Okay, so stay tuned for more. Go ahead and get your, like I said, get your aluminum pan already oiled. I also oiled this. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up as I go. So I'm gonna wash these dishes. By the time I do that, it'll be time to stuff the green peppers, and I'll be back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I actually have a strainer in the sink. I'm going to take off the green peppers. I'm going to take them out of from the eye. I'll say cook them for about a good, I'm going to say about a good 10, 12 minutes. Just check them. Just make sure that they are getting tender and stuff. That's my main thing. I don't want to say how long to cook them. It just depends on when they're tender. And just make sure that you get all of the water out. And I like to be able to use a strainer because it stops the seeds, or just in case one of them may fall in there. Go ahead and let all of them fall in there so you can drain that water. And I actually went ahead and washed my dishes. You can always clean up as you go. It makes it so much easier. Okay, so I have the green peppers in the strainer right now, just kind of sitting. What I'm going to do, I'm going to actually kind of let them just chill for a little bit, cool off a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and take them, and then I'm going to, see, they're in the sink right now. I'm going to let them chill for a little bit, and then take them out, and then I will go ahead and stuff them. Okay, you guys, the actual green peppers have drained and kind of chilled out for a little bit. So just put them, just lay them like you would if it was a cookie. And I like to do everything pre-do it, because I'm telling you, I remember one time I made these and I try to do everything together. Like I try to cook the rice and all that good stuff together. Don't do that. And you have to cook everything separate, because you don't want to have some really hard green peppers or real hard rice. So again, cook everything separate. What I have done is, again, I just kind of laid them out. I say cook the green peppers for about a good 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes. Just make sure they don't get soggy. You don't want to cook them too long because you don't want them to be too soggy to sit up. But they should still kind of have that cup type of feel. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of salt inside of the bottom. And I'm also going to put a little bit of tomato sauce at the bottom of each pepper, just to make it so it won't be dry. That's all. Okay. And then instead of me actually putting the cheese on the top, sometimes I like to put the cheese on the bottom because when it cooks, you don't want the cheese to be like cooked too fast. You never want the cheese to cook too fast at all. So it's up to you. You can either put the cheese at the bottom or you can put it at the top. It's whatever you decide. What I'm going to do is actually get a littler spoon, so I'm going to be able to put the stuffing in there really easy. So I'm just going to just use a regular spoon and just scoop it right inside of the pepper. And like I said, you will probably have some more rice left. And if you do tomorrow, I mean, you can just go ahead and put it in the refrigerator. And tomorrow, just make you like maybe some kind of taco dish or something. You don't have to throw the rice away. And I just like to fill them all up. Not too much that you can't put your cheese or your sauce on, because you are going to top it with the actual sauce. And just to give it some color, I just use different color green peppers. Or you can use green, all green if you want to. If you make a mistake and get some of the filling, don't put it in there. Make sure you pick the filling up because you don't want it to be cooking and burn. So just kind of keep all that area, your baking sheet, clean from cheese and all that good stuff. Okay, last pepper. You see how easy that was? And this is going to be a meal. I'm not going to make nothing else with this. If you want to, you can, but I'm not going to. And them onions are in there and everything smells so good. And now what I'm going to do, just take my spoon and just put a little bit of sauce on top of each one. That kind of make it not dry. Okay. And I do that. And now what I'm going to do is now I'm going to just top it off with some cheese. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put some aluminum foil right on top of this. Try not to get the cheese, like I told you, on a baking sheet, because you don't want the cheese to be cooking and it smells burned. And it is not really getting burned, but you know what I'm saying. Just make sure your actual baking sheet is clean from any food or anything. Okay, you guys, let me get a closer up view of this for you. Here is the green peppers. They look really, really good. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put them in the oven. I'm going to set the oven for 350. I'm going to put some aluminum foil on top. If you want to, you can cook it like this for a little bit, but then eventually put the aluminum foil on top. But you do want to put the aluminum foil on top because you don't want that cheese to burn. I'm going to cook them for about a good 20 to 25 minutes. You just check them to see what works best for you. And once they come done and finished, I'll come back at you with pictures. Hopefully that helped you.